A very pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And today I'm going to talk about the acquittal of the police officer that was involved with the shooting with a St. Thomas woman and the murdering of the St. Thomas woman. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a look and see how best we can analyze this particular case, and also bearing in mind that we were not in the courthouse or the courtroom, and also we are not privy to all of the evidence that was gathered. So let's take a look now at the preface of the case. Police Corporal Dwayne Smart, who shot and killed a pregnant woman in St. Thomas in 2012, has been found not guilty of murder. A 7-member jury also found that Smart not guilty of wounding with intent in connection with the shooting of the dead woman's sister as she came to the defense of her sibling. The verdict was handed down in the Home Circuit Court in downtown Kingston a short while ago, marking the end of a near 5-week trial. Prosecutors led evidence that Keon Lamont, who was 8 months pregnant at the time, was shot in the head by Smart as she resisted his attempts to arrest her for using indecent language. However, Smart, through his attorney Valerie Nita Robinson, argued that the police shooting was accidental. He says that during his attempt to arrest Lamont, a scuffle ensued and they both fell to the ground. Smart says he tripped and his firearm accidentally went off as he attempted to get back on his feet. After the verdict, Smart sat in the prisoner's dock and wept openly. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we go into this part of this particular situation, let's first offer our condolences to the family of this young lady that lost her lives. We also offer our condolences because she also lost a young baby in the process. And any time that there are loss of life, especially when it is done by the security forces, it raises a serious cause for concern. So here we are now. I am a concerned Jamaican, and I'm looking from the outside, again, not having any privilege to any evidence, again, not having access to the courtroom at the time of the trial. Now, ladies and gentlemen, first thing first, I must say that I've often heard people blaming the lawyers, saying that the lawyers are too wicked and the lawyers are doing that and the lawyers are doing this and the lawyers are doing that. First, I must commend all attorney at law because these lawyers get paid to do a job. We have greats like Peter Champagne, Bert Samuels, Churchill Nita, Hugh Small, K.D. Knight, Ian Ramsey, Norman Manley. We're talking about great, superb attorney at law that can take an airtight case and make mincemeat out of it and acquit their client. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to look at the defense attorney. Their job, they get paid. The defense attorney get paid to represent his or her client. Bottom line. So even if a client is guilty as perceived from the outside looking in, there are parts of the law that if you have a skillful attorney, they can just topple that and make it look like it was justifiable. And of course, the client will walk free. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it hurts to know that a situation, a confrontation between law enforcement officer and a private citizen boils down to someone losing their lives. And that's why I asked the question, how best can we refrain from letting anything like this happen again? Do we have to train our citizens to be more tolerant of the police? Or should we train the police even more to be more tolerant of our citizens? Hence us not having to get into these kind of situations where it's the wanton losing of life. I have nothing to say about the defense attorneys for doing their job because they get paid to do their job. In saying that the police officer who fired those 2 shots accidentally, I was not there, and I'm not taking side with him either. I'm saying whenever there's a wanton loss of life, it is always wrong in the eyes of the Almighty. It is always wrong. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's just look at the case. They say the courtroom jury came back, and within a small length of time, right, 7 people came back unanimously and found him not guilty of all the charges that was laid against him. There's another point that I'm looking at, ladies and gentlemen. The police officer and the attorney at law cried bitterly. I wonder what was going through that police officer's mind. The fact that 2 people lost their lives, the third almost lost their lives. I wonder what was going through his mind. You know, I can also understand the attorney at law who did this case. I wonder what was going through her mind. Ladies and gentlemen, whether we want to believe it or not, we have lost a beautiful soul. A beautiful soul that no matter what, even if we sentence this policeman to life or the death penalty, that will not bring this beautiful soul back to us. So we're asking our Jamaican citizens to be more tolerant of the police. And we're asking the police to be more tolerant of our citizens. Remember, officer, that you're trained. You're trained when the average Jamaican citizen are not trained. We also need to look into jury selection. Are we selecting a set of jurors who understand the full crime of the law? Is the law being explained properly by the judge to these jurors in understanding what accidental killing or accidental death means? Do they really understand what transpired for it to be deemed accidental? So we need to take a look at the entire judiciary system. It is always wrong when a guilty person walks free. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we have it. The loss of life of this young lady. May her soul find peace. May the family find it somewhere in their heart to grasp the decision of the court. And they have other avenues that they can pursue, whether it's a civil avenue or I don't know what the law provides. If there's any way that they can get anything else out of this case. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Again, it's a very sad case. Again, we need to look at everything that the judiciary system is. Is it justice just for some people and justice, you know what I mean? Level off the playing field and let everybody have justice and let justice be served. Thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful day.